Season 2 of the Pat and JT podcast.
Oh man, I'm here at last. The best time, always gonna be the best. Come on!
Exclusively on the Herd App Media Network.
Oh man, I know you guys have been waiting for this one for our episode for today. Super excited. Centrusfcu.org is the website for our sponsor. We're going to talk about them in a second, but we ask you to go to Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts, and rate, review, and subscribe. It helps people find us.
Please do. It helps all the way around, and we certainly appreciate everybody that does help us out. And Centrus Federal Credit Union, yes, they are the reason we keep coming back. So don't complain to them, though. Don't.
Yeah, right. No.
5 stars only, man. Anyway, Centrus Federal Credit Union has a pretty exciting news. Through the end of November, they have their diaper drive going on, and they're collecting all sizes, newborn to toddler, for local families in need. All you need to do, drop off your donation, the diaper donations, go ahead and buy the packages. Any Centrus location, which they have 15 of them, whether one pack or many, it doesn't matter. They all make a difference. Terms and conditions apply. There you go.
Get the locations on their website, which is centrusfcu.org or 402-334-7000.
So this is a Rare Wednesday Facebook Live. And so I totally threw my schedule off. Like, oh God, I forgot about that. I gotta look good. Oh, man, I gotta try.
You don't even usually comb your hair on Wednesday, so this is a total pivot for you.
So I did do that. Got that all rocking. And we have a really special guest today. That's why we're doing this special Facebook Live. You may remember who she is. She's been on the show before, and she is from Nebraska.
Hey Omaha, it's singer-songwriter Kelli Belles, and I'm bringing my Trust Issues tour to my hometown at Slowdown 729 North 14th Street on Friday, November 22nd. Doors at 7. It's an all-ages show. You might have heard my music on Spotify, CMT, or TikTok. I love to write songs about my exes. So if you have some trust issues and love songs that'll hit you right in the heart, spend your Friday night with me. Get your tickets at bellsmusic.com/tour. That's BELLES music.com/tour. See y'all there.
Hi.
There she is.
It's funny because that's a great line. I write songs about my exes. Have you ever had one of your exes reach out to you and be like, hey dude, what's up? Why'd you do that?
Yes. Yeah, that has happened. It actually happened recently. One of my exes, he sent me a DM on TikTok about a song that I wrote about him, and then I read it, and then he unsent it. So I was like,
oh.
Anyway, well, if I were them, if anything, if they were smart, they would be calling to say, hey, where's my check? I mean,
Right?
I'm a contributor, right? Do I get credit? Right?
I know. Yeah, they don't deserve it. So it's fine.
I wish I would have thought of that about 25, 30 years ago. I could have made some money. I told stories on the radio for free. I didn't sell music. I just told stories.
Right? Same.
Damn it.
Well, welcome home.
Thank you.
This is exciting.
Yeah, I'm not home yet. I'm in Nashville right now, but I come to Omaha tomorrow, so I'm super excited.
Very good. Okay, so as we speak, it is Wednesday the 20th. You're going to be in town on the 22nd.
Yeah.
But kind of give a little background. If for some people this may be their very first time hearing or seeing you, and about you, just kind of give what's your elevator pitch, girl? What do you tell people when you say, oh yeah, I'm from Nebraska, and then they're from Nebraska? Oh, well, let me tell you.
Oh yeah, no, that's a rare occurrence here in Nashville. I usually say I'm from Nebraska, and they're like, "What? You're the first person I've ever met from Nebraska." That's usually what happens.
Insane.
But yeah, born and raised in Omaha. I grew up here. I did a lot of like community theater at the Omaha Community Playhouse in the Rose. Like, just grew up really active in like the arts community in Omaha. And my mom was in the band Mulberry Lane.
Oh, yeah, I think I've heard that name before.
Yeah. And, my grandma was also a jazz singer. So it's kind of a, family tradition to, make music, and especially the females in our family. And
the dudes sing too, or just the ladies?
They carry the cords. They carry the cables.
Carry the cables. That's fine. They know their role. That's cool. They stay in their lane.
Exactly. I do have one cousin that is a super talented pianist.
Oh, okay.
And composes orchestras. So He's also, carrying on the legacy.
Wow.
But yeah, so I grew up touring with my mom backstage and doing vocal warm-ups with my mom and my aunts and watching them perform, and I just loved it. So I started singing around town when I was like 13 at like little bars and restaurants with my mom, and eventually I moved to Nashville when I was 19. So I went to UNO, and I was actually a chemistry major at UNO. And
How's that paid off?
I don't remember any of it. I couldn't decide if I wanted to be a doctor or a country singer. So I
maybe both down the line. We'll see. You might have something to fall back on. You still have.
Yeah, I mean, that was kind of my idea, was like, I can always go back to school, but I can't ever like in Nashville at 19. So I did that, and I've gotten some really crazy opportunities to tour around the world and played a bunch of shows, and written so many songs here in Nashville and Music Row. And then about 2 months ago now, I signed my first record deal.
Oh, nice! Congrats!
Wow, that is so exciting. And is it kind of like, I'm sure being on your own is one thing, doing your own thing, but having the structure of a formal deal, where you've got guarantees.
Oh yeah. I mean, so that was the goal all along. And this deal, it's a record deal, but it's also a publishing deal, which means my job is I write songs for a salary, which is like literal dream job.
Yeah, I bet.
So that's been really what I've been working towards for so many years here in Nashville. I've actually been in Nashville for almost 6 years now. So It's been a journey, but I always love coming back to Omaha. It's it's my home, so I love Nashville, but Nebraska is like so special to me, so I can't wait to come back on Friday.
When you're living in Nashville, and I love hearing stories how people talk about social media, and specifically TikTok, helps them in the music industry, helps them break into the music industry. And that TikTok is like the new radio. You listen to the radio for new music, and now you're listening to TikTok for new music. How has TikTok impacted your career?
Oh my gosh, it's everything. You can't underestimate the power of TikTok right now. It's huge. During COVID was when I really started making TikToks, because I was at home in Omaha writing songs in my bedroom, and then I was like, well, I can't do anything else. I can't tour, so I'll just start making videos of my original songs. And I've been lucky enough to have some success on TikTok, and now I have a pretty good following over there, which is really why I can do these little headlining tours. It's because of TikTok, and it's like the most important thing in the music industry right now is publishing TikTok.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it's honestly, it's kind of a blessing and a curse, because you can't really control the algorithm of TikTok. Like, it can be the best song ever and it doesn't, pop off or whatever.
That's true. Because like radio, I guess really you knew you were going on a specific station that reached a targeted audience. TikTok, you're hoping that if nothing else, the For You pages for them are connecting you, right? So you drop into the right people's streams. That's awesome though. But then again, you get put in front of people that maybe never would have stumbled across you if you were just on the radio.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And it's such a blessing and a curse, because you really just, all you can do is, make the best content, video, song, and then just press post. But I feel like in the past, it was much more controlled by
which works both ways, because it depends. They also determine what goes out.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah. It's a total blessing and a curse, but it's also like, it's changed the industry so much. Like, it's totally different than it was like 5 years ago. But
so what is like if you had to go back over the last 6 years, was there one moment at this point that is like, no way, I can't believe I got to do that has happened so far?
Be on the Pat and JT podcast twice.
That's it, isn't it?
Yes.
2 times.
That is it.
Congratulations.
Listening to Pat and JT.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, congratulations.
This is the biggest moment.
I heard that.
No, this is the biggest moment of my entire life right now.
I mean,
because like you've done everything from headlining your own tour to also
Yeah.
opening up for some amazing acts.
yeah, I mean, probably the Miranda Lambert opening date was pretty cool. That was
Wow.
pretty cool. Yeah.
Did she have any of her mutts with her? Mutt Nation?
No, but I did because I was in Omaha, so I brought my dog Penny. She's asleep here. She's a mini dachshund. She's tiny and she's just like so cute. And oh my gosh, Miranda played with her for like a couple hours. And Miranda like got a beer off of her bus for like me and my crew, and she was just like chilling in her sweats with me, like talking. Like we just had the best time. And then she let me like stand side of stage while she was performing, and I was just like, dang, this is because I mean she is actually a hero of mine. You know, like I love her music, and and I mean I was a little bit, you know, don't meet your heroes type thing. I was like, well, if she doesn't talk to me, like, you know, I'll be fine. But
I would have crushed you, but it's okay.
Okay. She just like went above and beyond and was just the nicest, most down to earth like person. Like it was just amazing. So that was a big one.
Wow, that is so cool. What about like songwriting? You mentioned that's part of your gig now is getting to do some songwriting. Have you had any nibbles or had anybody record something of yours or gotten close? That it's like I'm wondering the difference, you know, on a scale, performing your own stuff or having some wildly crazy like a hero performing your stuff.
Yeah, I can't really talk about it, but I have gotten close once to someone that I was like, no way. There's no way. But then it didn't end up happening. You know, it was just like the
You were in
industry
the room.
that we're in. But I mean, it was cool that person even heard the song, you know, that I wrote. But
if that person did pop on it and write it or and sing it, would you? It became this humongous hit. Would you be like, dang man, I wish I would have kept that for myself?
I
Or
don't
can
think
you?
so.
You don't think so?
Because I think at that point, you know, I was like at that point when that was happening, I didn't have a publishing deal yet. So I was like, if that took off, I would be guaranteed get a publishing deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that would really favor my career. But that didn't end up happening. And actually I am going to release it myself now.
Oh, okay.
So I'm recording it. I've been sitting on this song for a hot minute because of that situation. But because it didn't end up panning out, I'm just going to record it and put it out and, you know, and just see what happens with it that way. You know?
Yeah. Well, you hear so many times too of, Dolly Parton is the one I always think of when we're talking about this, because she's got so many songs that other artists redid and put them out 40 years after she had them out.
Yeah.
And they had a whole new resurgence or even were bigger.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And that's the thing is like, because I wrote it, even if that big artist did record it, because I wrote it, I could actually put it out on my own anyway. Because if you write the song, you always have the rights to record it, unless you like really sell those rights and give them up, you know? Awesome. So who knows? I mean, maybe I'll put it out and it'll be a big deal, or maybe I will put it out and it doesn't really do anything. And then in 10 years, someone else wants to cut it and it's huge. You know, you just don't know.
You just don't. You don't.
Yeah.
So have you been working with like this weekend when you're in town, is somebody opening for you?
Yeah.
And so do you kind of like, are you looking at, oh my God, I remember this feeling kind of thing?
Well, yeah, especially, oh my gosh, Slow Down. I've played there. I've opened for those shows there probably 25 times, especially in high school, college. I mean, so that's a full circle moment right there as being the headliner. Yeah. But my opener, his name's Trevor. He's been with me on this whole tour. So he's been great and he's, you know, an amazing artist himself. So I've been really happy to have him with me, but he's from Kentucky. So sorry.
Who's being? Is that you?
That's definitely.
Yeah, sorry. That's my mother texting me.
I definitely get your attention. I was looking at my phone. I was like, what the hell is that?
I don't know how to, I quit my messages app. I don't know how to turn it off.
That's funny.
That's funny.
Who is opening for you this weekend?
His name's Trevor Martin.
That's okay.
Yeah.
So, and that's really cool because it's got to be kind of neat seeing somebody being able to help somebody else.
Yeah.
Now that you're the main stage. That's cool. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that is awesome.
God, I'm trying to think here. So the possibilities are endless. And I have to ask too, you said your dog's name is Penny.
Mhm.
Is the full name Penny Lane? I just got to ask.
No.
Okay, good. Because I'm like, it makes sense. It could make sense because Mulberry Lane.
Really? I didn't think about that until right now.
Okay.
No, her name. She's dead asleep. Otherwise, I would. If I woke her up right now, she would be a menace.
Yeah.
And we don't need that. But she's a copper colored mini dachshund. So when I just held her for the first time, I was like, I think her name's Penny, like a lucky penny.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's cool.
So
That's
cute.
cool. Awesome. All right. So then what after Omaha is this tour ongoing right now or are you kicking it off here in Omaha?
So it's been ongoing. I'm like 10 shows into this tour. And then I have Omaha. And then the week after Thanksgiving on December 3rd and 4th, I have Chicago and Minneapolis. And then that's it. So 3 more left.
Wow.
But it's been a very busy month. I've been on tour most of this month. I've luckily got a couple days here in Nashville to chill out before Omaha. And then there's Thanksgiving, obviously. But it's been really fun. It's been a great tour.
That's awesome. All right. So getting tickets or coming or at the door in advance, what's the preference? What's the easiest way?
Well, if you buy them in advance, they're $5 cheaper.
Okay.
So that's a plus. At the Slowdown website, or you can go on my website, bellesmusic.com/tour, and then the link is right there. But yeah, they're at the door as well. It's going to be a really good show. I'm really excited about this one. Yeah.
And we'll put the link in the description so people can just scroll down and just click and sell you out.
Thanks, guys.
Right?
You bet.
Absolutely. Well, fantastic. Thank you for popping back in with us. I really appreciate you stopping by before you hit town and have a phenomenal show. And I know I got to mention too, because our buddy Patrick Stibbs, he's the one that connects us.
Yes.
Right. And Stibbs was sitting in the green room. And
Well, it's funny that he connected us, but he's disconnected from there like 4 times and come back in and out and in. So yeah, Stibbs is not a member of the Geek Squad. So you know.
Maybe the original Geek Squad.
Yeah.
Before they rebranded.
Yeah. Something like that.
But we certainly appreciate the introduction and getting to know you and getting to see how things are going. 6 years. So you got over that 5-year hump, right? So yeah. That's gotta be pretty darn exciting.
Yeah, it is. You know, they call Nashville a 10-year town. So
wow.
6 in, got a deal. Pretty good.
That is really good.
Very
happy for you.
So yeah.
Very, very happy for you.
Thank you guys so much.
You got it.
Absolutely. Have a great day. All right, guys.
All right, you guys. Thanks for listening. Make sure you rate, review, and subscribe, and we'll talk to you later. Have a good one.
Pat and JT Podcast, a Huda Media Production.